Liverpool versus everybody. Good morning. Saturday morning here. I don't know what time it is. It might be like 8. I haven't checked. We know what it is. West Ham. First, I want to say shout out to, first of all, the Football Banter Show. Just for being a platform to talk about sports. And personally, I love it because it's brothers talking about it. By brothers, for some of you who don't get it, black people. People of African descent. Black people from London, in England. I don't know if they're all in London. Talking about football really brings me a lot of joy. Get that different perspective, to get that kind of flavor. I really appreciate it, and especially the guy Drifty. I've seen him on another show before, but in his recent video, he's talking about the Marabar game and just really good content. And I really loved it. I really love seeing he made a lot of good points. Something I might just piggyback on in this video. But Drifty, if you watch this, if you see it, man, I don't know if you have your own video, your own YouTube channel. If you don't, please get it. I gotta say, it'd be really nice and refreshing to see a different perspective. And like I said, coming from a brother, that would be nice to see. So keep it up. If you don't have a YouTube channel, please get one. But yeah, either way, keep up the good content. West Ham. I spoke about it in the last video or briefly. In my opinion, they got some really good players. I'm not gonna list everybody, but I rate Andre Ayew. There was rumors at one point that he would come to Liverpool. Apparently, he was a Liverpool supporter when he was younger. I like him. He's a real fox in the box, man, and he's been pretty good for them back-to-back games. West Ham, that is, getting the double at Tottenham in the cup game. I think it was a cup game, and then scoring against Crystal Palace. I know Crystal Palace came back and tied the game up, but I think Ayew's a really good player for them. Very, very good with his country, which most of us know. They were Ghana. But yeah, even his brother I rate. I really loved them, and they came from good seed. Their father was a fantastic player in his day, playing in Marseille and things of that nature. But Andy Carroll, he can give us some issues. Koyate, Antonio, Chicharito. They've got some players. Coming to this season, they were a team that I thought could be improved. I don't know if Bilic has lost the locker room or whatever, and I'm not for anybody losing their job, but I want to win this game. If that means he loses his job, then so be it. I don't know. I haven't followed West Ham so much this season. I've seen a couple of their games, some highlights, things of that nature. A lot of them think that he should be gone. They would know more than me. I don't watch, but I don't. From what I know of Bilic and what I've seen, I feel like he should stay on. But this is the business we're in, and results need to happen. And if they don't, then we all know what the outcome is. West Ham will come to play today, I believe. And it'll show, I feel like, what they believe in their manager. I know when they beat Spurs, I think everybody thought, oh, that was great. And that seemed like a small cup victory for them. They were really excited, which I understand. Having such a season, I know a big win like that feels good. And then it felt like the Crystal Palace game brought them back down to life. Listen, I'm going to say this, and I don't really mean it literally, but I believe there were some Spurs fans who threw a liter of or pint maybe of urine at some West Ham fans. So all that to say, let's continue to drown them in a pissy misery. Again, I don't mean that literally, but let's continue to piss on them and their minds and their thoughts and their confidence for their team. Let's make them miserable. And if that means Bilic has to go, then so be it. I'm excited about the game. I'm worried about our midfield, and I said this on the football banter show in the comment section. I felt like beginning of the season, midfield seemed like our strongest part of the field. You know what I mean? We had the most depth. You think Gini, Lallana, Milner, Henderson, even to throw Grujic in there. You were thinking Ox. It doesn't seem like Ox is going to play there. It seems like Klopp prefers him as a winger. I'm probably missing somebody, but it felt like the midfield and even Coutinho, you can think about putting him down there because, when you have Salah and Mane, there's no place for Coutinho. So we had a pretty strong midfield, and now it's pretty dead. And I don't really like everyone knows I love Emery Chan, but I don't like the Emery Chan, Milner, and Henderson trio, but that's what we have, and I think we can do well with them for now. A whole season with that midfield, definitely not. But yeah, a lot of people will say things like there was a gentleman in the comment section saying things like oh, well, look at Tottenham, they're beating Real Madrid, and look at City, they're beating Napoli. Look at Liverpool. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Liverpool takes us through all this stress. I mean, that's back-to-back games where you're thinking, okay, it's halftime, we're playing against who, and what's the score? So, but we're getting the wins, and it's not the prettiest thing in the world to see. Although I think each goal against Maribor was pretty. Even Sturridge is probably the easiest or the less, I don't know, attractive one. But they all were nice. But listen, we got to keep working. We know how certain teams are going to play against us. We know how they've had the ability to frustrate us in the past. We got to just work through it. Like I said, when you open the door, it stays open. You just got to keep running in there. Keep running in there. Just hit him with the rope-a-dope. Ollie on him. Just lean back, tire him down, and just hit him. Hit him when it counts. Hit him where it hurts. So I'm not concerned with other teams and what they're doing. Hopefully, and I said this as well, hopefully when we get a full-strength squad and it comes down to time where we play big teams in the Champions League, hopefully we can do our thing, and other teams will be talking about Liverpool. Look at Liverpool. Look at the change they've made. Think about Chelsea last season. They started out, and I was on their channel, I'll be honest, raised my hand. People were saying, oh, we're going to win the league after a couple of games when they started doing well, and it was like, relax. But they changed things. They turned things around. And that part of that was the formation and all that. I don't know if we have the player personnel to do that, nor am I saying do I think we should do that. But I will say this. Last season was last season, and I get it. And West Ham's slightly different. We're slightly different. But we did really well with that diamond formation. Now, can we do that without Coutinho? I don't know. But I was hoping to see that we went to this season playing more of that than the flat 4-3-3. But we'll see. I don't know. As far as players, I want to see Ox get another start. I want to see Sturridge start again. Back-to-back goals, doing well. I kind of want to see Solanke get a little more time. So I think Firmino should have come out a little earlier in the game in midweek. And I think Salah came out at a pretty good time. But I think Firmino played to the 80th minute, maybe a little later. Those two guys need some rest. And, it's hard to find that with so many fixtures and things of that nature. But hopefully the international break will give them that opportunity to get some rest. Well, I guess that wouldn't because they're both traveling with their countries. But, yeah, we need some rest for those guys. And, unfortunately, we don't have Divock there. Danny Ings is hurt. So we really just have Sturridge and Firmino and Solanke. So, I don't know. The rest of the players, I think, kind of picked themselves. I'm pretty sure Lovren's still out, so Clavin will come in. I personally, I don't know if anyone else agrees with this, but I'm not missing Klein. Nothing against Klein. I was never really big on him, but it's nothing personal against him. But I just feel like Gomez and Trent are really, really making that spot their own between the two of them. And I don't think I'm alone. I think they're slowly but surely, quietly, making us forget about Klein. You know what I mean? I wish him a speedy recovery for sure, but then again, I'm thinking, do I? Because I really like the young guys playing there. They're doing really well. And then Moreno, I'm going to end it with that. Moreno, amazing. I think Robertson coming in really, really has compelled him to turn his game around. And to get called up by Spain is massive. That's no small feat, man. To get called up for Spain is really good and only can help his confidence. So excited about the game. No score predictions, even though I had one privately with the family. I just want to see us win at the end of the day. And I believe we will. And this is a way to get us higher in the table and just get back to some winning ways. We got some teams now that we can do really good against, and we just got to do it. A first half again like Huddersfield and Marlborough, I'm not happy about that if that happens, but if it happens when we win, I'll take it. But excited about the game today. My boys got a game an hour before, so it's about 12:30. So we'll be coming back, not with the halftime because we won't be watching it live. We'll be watching it later. So I'll be turning off all my alerts because when I see it, I want to be seeing it for the first time. I don't want to know who won, who scored, whatever. So we'll probably come back with something late. And again, it'll be way after you guys have seen it. So, whatever. But, one thing I wanted to say was, do you all think that, you know what, I'll keep that for later because it's something for next season, which I'm looking too ahead of myself. But anyway, look, listen. Give the Football Banter Show some love. Go check them out. Give them a thumbs up. Subscribe. And shout out Drifty. Really doing your thing, man. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you doing more. Until next time.